If you like what you see, hit like and subscribe.
Lots of people buy Lancer Tactical and other really inexpensive replicas as a means to upgrade or to customize for themselves down the road. I'm going to take one right out of the box, the cheapest one that I can find, and see what it is I would actually change about this replica to make it rip. Alright, so your Lancer Tactical Stalker comes with ambient controls, an 11-1 lithium ion battery. This sight is not functioning today, so we're going to do everything from the hip. Comes with a metal midcap. The entire replica is polymer. So in here I have 3 2s, and we are going to go ahead and give it a rip and see what we think. Let's check our hop here. Let's see. Right. Now, these are the Lancer Tactical midcaps. So let's go ahead and give these a go. Yeah, that's about a 25-yard shot that I can easily hit every time, as long as I know my holds. I don't know, this is pretty good. One thing I've noticed is, I don't know if I can change the pre-cocking, I'll have to look. There is none. So if you look at the trigger squeeze. So the travel is not stellar, but the grip angle is great. The controls are a little slow and sticky, but in reality you're probably not going to be changing them too often. I don't know, this feels pretty good. This I added because I wasn't sure if I was going to run a sling or not. It does come with a front sight as well. I took that off because I wasn't sure if I was going to run a laser or not. It comes with 2 different actual muzzle devices. It comes with a 3-prong like this. Then it comes with an orange bird cage as well. That's about as fast as I can spam the trigger. So let's go we're running from safe. Yeah, these controls are they're a little not sized for me either. And they definitely need some working in. They need to be coaxed. But I do dig that if I were to go left-handed, I have a mag release button. Mag release button. But that's it. So, back in there for my final thoughts.
We're a veteran owned and operated. We bring that mom and pop feeling to it. Like, you know, like we're not here to make a buck, we're here for you guys. That's what I want to be remembered by.
Okay, here's my hot take on what I would do. First and foremost, the motor is pretty okay, but I would probably mess with getting a lower end Solink or a lower end brushless or a high end TP, maybe like a 22 or 25K, maybe a 35K if it could handle it. I bet you that the gearbox would be just fine. Second thing, maybe I would consider doing maybe something like an ETU or a MOSFET. Maybe something where I can mess with the trigger. So something app controlled isn't necessary, but potentially something that would have the ability to, you know, change your precocking, your trigger response, travel length, that kind of stuff. I think the batteries are fine, but I probably won't go buying it lithium ion just for this replica. I would continue using lithium polymer just because there's no reason to. I would definitely, I added this here because this is not a real sling mount. It has good sling mounts back here and a real one here. I put one here too. So if you're going to run a 2 or a combi sling or anything like that, then you can do that. I did not mess with anything out of the box. So probably would also mess with the motor height, and I would also dive into the actual calibration of the weapon if it's possible. But I did not check into that. These are just my raw thoughts and my raw analysis out of the gate. Any inexpensive replica could always use with a bucking, but I maybe would also look into a barrel, but that would not be the first thing I'd do. Truly, I would just go out and skirmish it. Try to work these controls in a little bit, and try to get used to it first. I'm not used to this. It feels good in hand. It feels good in hand, but that's why I would give it a good shake first. Without doing anything, go play with your gear. Don't let it become a safe queen. Have some fun with it. Beat it up a little bit. Play with it until it breaks before you do anything. But if those are my first things I would do, is maybe a bucking, a motor, maybe if it doesn't have one, I haven't checked yet, an ETU or a MOSFET. Something programmable would be great. Hopefully you can see, by switching just a couple of things, I think you can make what is really... See? So there you go. Hopefully after watching so there you go. Those are my opinions on what I would change on a $179 replica to make it compete with some of those more expensive replicas, and in reality, do just fine in the battlefield. Remember not to take yourselves too seriously. Catch you guys later.